Hey everyone, Colin here with one more thing. I just realized that I forgot it in the last video that was done. Plus it was getting a little bit long anyways, so maybe good that we have a second video. But what I want to talk about in this video is the token symbol. We've been talking a lot for the past 3 months about Presearch tokens as PSTs, and we kind of assumed that would be the symbol that we used to kind of represent the token on any of the different platforms that interact with the token. Just for some background, kind of how it works, when we create the token contract, we set a token symbol. It can kind of be anything really that's short, but we thought PST made sense, Presearch Token, and so that's what we've been talking about a lot. And kind of how it works, there is no real central place to register that token symbol with, it's kind of distributed just like the rest of the system. So if somebody registers that symbol on one of the different platforms, it can kind of get picked up by some of the aggregators, one of which being kind of coinmarketcap.com. Basically, and we've been talking about this a lot in Telegram and Slack over the past 2 to 3 weeks since it kind of came to light. But basically, we found that there is another project called Primas, Primas.io, that has begun using the PST symbol. And so it's not the end of the world. We could certainly still run with it. They're using it kind of just on one platform that I think is something that we probably wouldn't even be utilizing anyways. We're kind of likely to be the larger project because of the scope of what we're doing as well. I think there potentially is language. It is a Chinese project, and it looks like their primary language is Chinese. We're not totally sure yet if they're planning to serve the English or different markets, but anyways, kind of the backstory to all this is that there's a site called Bitcoin Talk, and generally most projects, they do like an announcement on there, and in that announcement you kind of put a bit of a claim on the token symbol that you use, and that's kind of the earliest database that you can use to search to see if anybody else is using that. And so when we created the Presearch concept and Presearch tokens and PSTs, we looked through there, nobody else was using it, so we went ahead and we kind of staked our claim to it, it unfortunately appears that this company either wasn't aware of that or just didn't respect it or whatever. So they've kind of gone out, and because they're out there first with their tokens on one of these platforms, they are now being associated with PST in some way. Again, we could continue using it, but the problem is there's going to be a little bit of confusion in the market. Not the end of the world, something we could certainly overcome if we like, but really what it's brought about is an opportunity to say, hey, is that actually the best symbol for Presearch? And so we've been talking about it a lot, and we've been looking at some of the alternatives, and we've lined up a few, and we've been talking about them in Telegram. Again, you can get to Telegram on your phone if you just type into your web browser t.me/Presearch. That will bring you into the Telegram group. You can join, and you'll be able to interact with us there. It's kind of like a chat session or a forum. Some great alternatives have been proposed. One that has been resonating with a bunch of people, and it appears that it's available, is actually the 3 letters PRE, so pre. And that obviously represents Presearch probably just as well, if not even better, than PST. And it's something that is kind of extensible. We could use it across kind of different concepts, different brands, and really kind of the Presearch brand. Pre obviously means kind of first, before, which we think is really, it's a pretty powerful brand, and we've had a lot of feedback that a lot of people really like the name of the project Presearch. So probably not a bad thing if we look at moving to that. That's something that we've been talking about. Haven't really finalized it yet. We are going to need to finalize it when we actually kind of create the token contract and register it and get it out there so that everybody on the blockchain can start interacting with it. We can do the token distribution, lot 5 sale, all that kind of stuff. So this is a decision that is happening pretty quickly. You know, I always hesitate to kind of put this stuff out there because somebody might see it and again try to go create some more confusion. But it's one of those things. It's hard to avoid. Hopefully, because we're just in kind of the final moments, the final days before the token is out there. You know, we should be able to capture it. It appears that nobody's using it at this point. So that's kind of the best that we can do, the best that we can hope for. There are a bunch of other alternatives. If anybody else has anything, if you're watching this and you can think of something that would be a really great kind of symbol, then please go ahead and share it. But so far, kind of the consensus within Telegram, and we have a lot of the early adopters of the project that are in there. They really like Pre and like it even better than PST. So that's something we're talking about. Just another decision to make. You can leave your feedback in the comments in this video. You can hop into the Telegram group. You can send an email, info@presearch.io. And doing this doesn't really preclude us from using PST still within kind of our internal lexicon. I still like that. It still kind of makes sense. It's really easy to pluralize PSTs. It kind of the connotation to it is, you know, that it's something kind of outside of Presearch, which is really the tokens. So I think it still has some value, and I think we'll probably still use it to refer to tokens. But as far as just that, you know, symbol that goes across all the different platforms that interact with Presearch tokens, we're looking at potentially switching from PST to PRE. So anyways, wanted to get that out there. Appreciate any feedback, any thoughts, any discussion that you have. And looking forward to getting that locked in over the next few days and getting the tokens out there into the world, making this more tangible, and then getting the product out there so that at the same time as we have the tokens that you can start actually using them. So that's the goal. Everything's getting really close, and really excited. Anyways, thanks for watching. Take care.